probably gonna be the weirdest video I do in my YouTube career, but I felt like I should try a bit of story time. I know that this is like a very popular concept amongst the lifestyle vloggers of YouTube, which I am most definitely not. My channel is 99% about makeup and beauty, but I thought I just wanted to share something. Like, to be honest, I've led a pretty weird and intriguing life, and if I wanted to do story time videos here on my channel, I could do a bunch. Like, I have so many things that I could share with you, but I thought I'd share this one with you. I see a meme about Swedish girls all the time. Like, I'm not even kidding you. All the damn time. And I don't find it weird in any way that this became a meme, but it's a bit weird that it's still a meme, like today, because this picture is over 10 years old. And every time you Google Swedish girls, this picture pops up as a freaking meme, like a Jack in a Box, and I'm just like, are we still using this picture? And it's this picture right here. And one of these girls is me. I'm a meme! How did I become a meme? I mean, I shouldn't be that, like, surprised, like, thinking about the life I've led, but honestly, how did I become a meme? But I wanted to, like, do a little story time and let you know about the background of this picture, because I feel like this is, like, the picture that I see people both from Sweden and from outside of Sweden, like, internationally use as a model of how Swedish girls are looking, which is partly true because all of the girls in this picture is Swedish, but one of these girls is actually Norwegian, which is kind of funny. But I mean, let's be honest, Swedish, Norwegian, I mean, it's not that different if you look at it, let's be honest here. But okay, let me start from the beginning. I used to model for quite some years, and this picture is taken in Los Angeles when I was in Los Angeles with a bunch of models living in a house because we were doing a pilot for a reality show. Later on, we pretty much weren't happy with the management that we had, so we all pretty much went home, and I have no idea what happened to that series, but we did film something. But basically the deal was that if we get to stay for free in Los Angeles, and we get to get our trip paid for. So we get to be in Los Angeles for 3 months free, rent-free, and the travel expenses paid for, and also the food paid for. And in exchange, we have to be a part of this pilot thing. And it was basically like models in Los Angeles. It was all fun and games, and it was fun. We just wasn't really like happy with the management, and that's why at least I know that's why I decided to not come back to LA after I went back to Sweden for 3 months. After 3 months has passed, wow, grammar, out window. Anyways, so this picture is actually taken by a Swedish newspaper. They came to visit us at this house in Los Angeles where we were living. So these are my friends that I was living with. All of them are models. So that's why I feel like this isn't like the proper... I mean, yeah, this is Swedish girls. One of them is Norwegian, but for the sake of the argument, let's say, yeah, these are Swedish girls. But I mean, all of us are modeling at this point, and we are models, and we are in Los Angeles because we're modeling. So to say that this is an accurate representation of every woman in Sweden, maybe that isn't entirely fair. I mean, not saying that we are more beautiful than anyone else, but at least at that time we did fit the norm of what was considered more beautiful than average, let's say. So I mean, I don't know if that is like the accurate representation of like Sweden as a whole, but it is kind of funny that this picture that was taken by one of the bigger newspapers in Sweden, and actually in that newspaper just like Swedish models living in Los Angeles, kind of a article that picture got to have its own life on the internet. And if you're wondering which one is me, I am the... oh my god, this is such a bad picture of me as well. And you probably already see, because I have short hair in that picture as well. And I will try and put a arrow or something over the girl that's me so that you can see which one is me. This is probably one of the worst pictures I've ever taken. This one was taken in the morning, and the newspaper came to our house, and the photographer and a journalist, and they wanted to talk with us and take a picture, and this was quite early in the morning. They were like, can't you hold champagne glasses to just show what a luxurious lifestyle you had? Which we definitely did not have a luxurious lifestyle. I mean, okay, living in a big house in Los Angeles rent-free, I mean, that is luxurious, I guess, but we were like, no, it's too early for any kind of alcoholic beverage, so that's why we are cheering in or toasting in orange juice, because it's actually taken in the morning. And I mean, I did go on to work as a model quite some years after this as well, and I think that this picture is about 10 years old, so it was some time ago. And before I went, I saved it here on my phone. Before I went, this is the picture that I took in this bikini before I went to Los Angeles. So this is me more than 10 years ago. I looked great. I mean, look at that. Look at that, babe. Who's that babe? So that is a better picture of me in this bikini. I mean, this picture taken an early morning, I mean, I was not doing my best, and I will have to say that none of us is really doing their best in this picture. This picture is a famous example of what we in the modeling industry used to call the cheerleader effect, and I will let you in on a secret if you didn't know that. The cheerleader effect is the effect that happens when a bunch of girls are bunched together, because none of the girls have to be extremely pretty to be seen as extremely pretty in a group. Somebody came home. Hi, sweetie. Hey. Okay, I got some company, but anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I was talking about the cheerleader effect. The cheerleader effect is when you group a bunch of ladies together, girls together, and as a group, they all seem more beautiful and more sexy and more attractive than each of them on their own. Because when you have them in a group, they seem prettier than if you have them separate. This is referred to as the cheerleader effect, and that is why you have so many girls in music videos, or in someone is doing something with pretty girls, they're always in a group, because together they're like, the group seems better than each of the girls individually. And it's definitely not a very like flattering way for you as a individual. There's a bunch of things about the modeling industry that I would definitely change, but that is definitely something that is used, a phrase that is used at least here in Sweden. I've heard it used abroad as well in US. So, and I just thought it was really funny that this picture that was taken, and it's taken totally out of context, is now the meme of something totally different, like representing girls in Sweden even 10 years later. And yeah, I'm a meme. Have you seen this picture? Like, have you seen this picture on internet? And every time I see it, I'm like, I can't believe that this is still a thing. But have you seen it? Because I feel like I see it everywhere, but maybe it's just me. But sometimes when I see like acquaintances of me or like friends over the internet share this meme, I'm always like, oh, should I tell them that it's me, or should I just bite my tongue? But yeah, now I'm telling all of you that meme is me and a couple of friends, and I'm not really sure that this is an accurate representation of girls in Sweden, like I said, because we were all modeling at the time. I mean, I think all of the girls in this picture have had covers. I mean, I've had covers on magazines, and a bunch of us had been in Playboy as well. So an accurate representation of Swedish women? Maybe not, but Swedish women? Yeah, that we are. At least all but one, but I mean, she's Norwegian. It counts, right? It counts. But yeah, this was a bit of an unusual video for me, and I'm not really sure if I will be doing any more like this. I just felt like I wanted to do this video because I saw this meme pop up once again in my feed somewhere, and I was like, oh my god, when is this gonna die? But the answer to this is never. Never. But if you want to be subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I do upload quite a lot of videos. In December now, it's one video every day, mostly beauty though. You can see this as a bit of a break from the beauty videos, and I will see you tomorrow again for a new video. Yeah, bye!